Good evening. I hope you're all doing well. We're here in Japan for round 7. Oh, tell you what, we should probably just move that a bit closer. How's that? Must be much better. We're here for round 7 of the Nexus League. One more round to go with some good battling at the top. We're expecting a really good race here this evening as we just wait for the last few people to jump into the lobby before we get going. That's 11 folks in now. So, should be in 2 30-minute races this evening around this track when I realise that I've not actually got any Suzuka details up and running. Oh, let me just paste this where it needs to go. There we go. Job's a good un. Okay, cool. Right, live streams all up and going. Oh, we were just gonna get the Suzuka details so that we could tell you a little bit more about the track. Let's see, is this going to work if we just click on the first link that we see? There's some corner names, that's quite good. Do we get any, some stats? I just let myself down, don't I? I set it all up for giving you the, oh, there we go. So it's 3.6 miles or 5.8 kilometers here for the Grand Prix circuit. Oh no, no, it's exactly the same actually, and it's been this way since 2009. And it has. I'm gonna have to count the corners here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16 corners by my count. I don't know whether that's right or not, but that's what we're going with. So 16 corners. What do we do? I want to say 2. No, 3 miles, 3.5 miles long. And takes them about, should be just shy of 2 minutes, I think, to get round that circuit in the GT3 cars this evening. We're still a little bit short on... hey, Henry, welcome along. We still seem a little bit short. In fact, 2 people have just disappeared from the lobby. This isn't a great start, but ladies and gentlemen, Gran Turismo 7 lobbies. Let's see, have we got any... oh yeah, there's right. So we've got one on the way, possibly another one. As we swig some tea. How are you doing, Henry? You must be fully recovered by now, but maybe it's not been. No, I think it has been a week. I think you will be recovered now. So let's see, where am I at? What's going on here? We are currently just waiting. We've pinged people to see if they're going to come and join in. Unfortunately. Oh. Philo's gone. Oh, maybe Philo is just coming in to have a look. See who's here. But is now gone. Starting soon, just waiting on a couple of drivers is the message. Yep, tonight's going to be my first run. Nice. I credit you for the energy. I do not have. But good job. Keep going. Whilst the motivation is there for sure. Hopefully it lasts long into your life and the health is good for you. So we are just waiting for a few drivers to come and join us here. Oh, there's one dropping in. Let's have a look. I think we can do something here. If we do this and then do that. No. Oh, look at that. That just appeared there. Unfortunately, the camera in true style is nicely frozen. What's really, really good, I just realised, is that the plug for the camera is right beside the the club. Oh no, still no good. No idea what's going on. Oh, there we go. There we go, folks. Hey, how's it going? Ah, we just made the stream 10 times worse by putting a camera on. So... Oh, there we go. Oh, Philo's coming back in. Not sure whether he's racing in this league or whether he's just coming in. Subscribe to my Oni fans. So we go. We've got 12 people in. Oh yeah, Philo looks like he's in and joined in, so he's coming in the NSX. So here we go. Good luck from Philo. So I think that's it then. I think there's 12 of us. 12 of them in then. Yeah, there you go. 12 players have entered. So 12 out of 15. As we take another swig of tea. And... Oh no, practice is currently taking place. 2 minutes till we go. So Japan, here we go. Indeed it is. Right, are we all set up? Philo, GP, Gecko. Who else have we got in? I think that's it for RA, folks. I think Potter used to be in, but I don't think he is now. No, he's gone back to Tor. So Tor have got a couple in. Sean Woodson then doing well with a profile that's not done any online races. And then Mart. Which Mart is that? That is not Marty that I was thinking of. Okay, that's cool. No problem. Yeah, so that will be it there then, I believe. Which I think is quite good. I think it's good for these things to have a selection of drivers from different teams. When it used to be run, when I was entering it, it was restricted to, I think it was 3 drivers from the same team on the initial sign-up to make sure that you couldn't just flood it with your drivers, which made it a very varied league. Unfortunately, it's just the state of the lobbies, I believe, now that just don't encourage racing. Oh, we've gone down to 11 now. Oh, no, 12. Oh, someone's just swapping something. There we go. Here we go, then. Qualifying about to go underway. And then I believe there's 2 30-minute races. So, let's have a look. 1 speed... Tyre wear is ×4, fuel is ×1, so tyres are going to be a lot more of an issue than fuel. Fuel won't be an issue at all then, I guess. We can see behind it's just refreshed. They're heading out for their qualifying laps. It's BOP, no car settings changed. Tyre wear and fuel are the same for the qualifier as during the race. But I hope that it doesn't mean that people sit and burn off the fuel. We end up with something like Monza, where everyone's waiting for slipstream, etc. I'm expecting this to be a lot smoother. It's a shame you can't do the ghosting setting in the lobbies. So they've realised that in the GTWS series that you can slipstream. So they turned off, I believe, they've turned off the slipstream in qualifying for the GTWS to just remove all the need to be right behind somebody. But then they've not let you be able to get it in the lobbies. It's really weird. You'd have thought that it would be just a simple switch. But there we go. Let's go and spectate then. Let's go and throw on all this. In fact, we'll get... Oh, I've just knocked my tea there. Just as I've said, we'll get rid of the camera. That way we've got a full screen to enjoy and watch. So is that going to be Gecko Racer out at the top then? So yeah, Gecko Racer first out in his Ford GT. Going round. Should get rid of the... Kind of want to get rid of the names above the cars because I think it looks better. But at the same time, it's easier to see who's there. So Ace Killer coming around in second. Looks like a little bit laggy there, watching his car ricochet left to right. Like the livery though. Third up then we've got Mark coming along here in the Jaguar. Nice deep and throaty sound. Then Potter McPot in fourth, not currently in fourth just because it's track position rather than times. So let's follow Gecko race around for his first lap then. In we go down the start finish straight. Get up to 160 something miles an hour just as we come round to the right hand. Come in, you don't quite have to hit that apex, but then it's a constant corner. Just slow it down, try and get in on that apex and then accelerate out, head down towards these S bends, hit the first apex, a little bit of a lift, make sure you've got the exit speed there. Then again dip in, there's a nice bit of green curb there that you can use to get all over and get the acceleration out of the corner, round to the right, get into that apex again. Then early as you can on the power, there's a slight lift as you go around this left-hander. Then we are up and flat out towards the Degner corners. Then once you hit the Degner one, it's over. Look, there's a nice bit of green, so you can take a bit of that curb. And again, they've put green on the inside to kind of help you carry more speed through Degner 1 and 2. And then you're heading straight up towards the hairpin. Brake as late as you can, trail brake it round this corner, then patience before you accelerate out. Very easy to spin the car, but you want a really good exit there as you go down this 200R to the spoon curve, and it is flat out obviously all the way around here, so the better the exit from the hairpin, the better the time. Round, just touching at that first apex, follow it round and then accelerate away again. Try and hit the apex though. You want to clip those left tyres on the apex to get that acceleration out as early as you can. Powering all the way down now. Then we're going down to 130R, which I believe is going to be flat out. Oh no, just a little bit of a lift there for Gecko as he comes round looking for that 100 meter board. Hard on the brakes then into the chicane and through Casio Triangle, and then again exit as well as you can from that chicane from the triangle, and then you cross the line, and there we go. 156 Gecko starts us off with. Second place we've got Mark coming round. Are they going to be able to go any bit faster? You can see the tyre wear actually coming in. No, they knew that they weren't. They went over to the left of the track trying to set it up. Potter goes in to second. Emba goes into third. Oh, everybody's coming across the line now. Sean goes into fourth. Oni goes into fourth. Pumps it down. Gecko's gone back into pit. So is Ember. Kevlaro into third place. Anybody still coming yet? We've got someone coming down here. Dr. Genius Clarkson comes around this right-hander. He's keeping it to the right, which means he's okay with his lap. He does a 2:02 this time. More time to be found there as he goes back to the racing line and jumps into the pits. JP a little bit behind there. Obviously, you had an issue. Ace Killer also must have had a problem, and Philo also not setting a time as we watch Philo there just coming into these Degner 1 and Degner 2 round to the right. He's in the right-hand drive car of the NSX. That's right, I knew that. I just decided to forget. So this is Gecko on another outlap, resetting his tyres. I feel like we should just put tyre wear on 1 for qualifying to get rid of this silly go into the pits and go again. Just let people race round. Potter McPot goes in and gets some fresh tyres as well in his BMW. Cavalero in the Porsche then. Not far off McPot, he's just on his outlap as well. Everybody's on their outlap except for Frozen, who's over to the left. I think just letting Gecko come through. You can see there's some nice lag issue here for me as he spins left to right. We've done everything we can to sort out our end for lag. I just blame the game not able to do things now. And we can, unfortunately, we can hear the same here that the tyres are just making a nice screeching noise all the way around where it's trying to sort the car and it's just bouncing left and right. So Mark comes in, gets some fresh tyres. Sean comes in, gets some fresh tyres as well. if they watch it back, it is quicker to just pause and go back to the pits and then just go out again. Don't bother with the in-lap, because obviously the in-lap just then takes time. So yeah, there you go. Knowledge is key. Ember then in 9th at the moment, 2 seconds off. JP improves there, comes very close to Ember, who, where are we at? Yeah, just within a second then. As we go around to the right, JP with some, also with some lag. I think it's the cross-continent one there that's causing me some issues. Then we've got Genius Clarkson in 11th and Philo still to set a lap. This is Philo's. Ah, here we go. Philo's first lap now. Oh, that feels like it misses like every time he flicks up a gear, but that must just be the gearbox just kicking in. But even Philo there, you can even hear Philo's tires going. It's like a pair of. It sounds like windscreen wipers. So it's nothing to do with the cross-continent. It is just an issue with the game. So let's have a look. In fact, it is going to be Philo who's going to come across the line next. Slight lift as he goes round. Looks for that 100 board. Stays in 5th. Revs it out down into 2nd gear. He's going to take it. Misses that first apex. Looks like he goes a little bit wide there. You can cut quite a lot of that chicane. That Casio triangle. He keeps it over to the right. What's his time going to be like? It's a 1:57.9, which puts him currently in 4th place, but very close battling at the top there. Who's coming in next? Let's flick through these cars. So this is going to be Ember, who's going to come from 10th and jump to 4th. Next across the line is Gecko Racer, who improves to a 56.4, so just storms away. Frozen's got a penalty there, so that'll get added on to that lap time. Oni has come across with a 1:58.0 and Kevlero 56.6. That takes him to 2nd and very close off Gecko then. Gecko just hanging into 1st with his improvement there. Let's have a look. What else have we got there? So Potter McPot in 3rd place, just a 2nd off the top guys at the moment. Ember in 4th, only less than a 10th then between him and Philo, and then less than a 10th again between Philo and Oni. So very close battling here at the front. Then within a few tenths for everybody. So actually, it's very close all the way down. So a little bit of a bigger gap towards the bottom there, but the rest, like everybody, is fairly close. It's all going to come down to who can do the most consistent laps then through the race. And attack and defend to the best of their ability. You can see here that the tyre wear at ×4 around this circuit for some of these cars is really causing some like high wear. This is the 3rd lap here, and we're easily a quarter of the way through the tyres. So we're gonna, what's that going to be? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Like 12 laps in or something, or 12 minutes in. So yeah, so it's a 30-minute race, and the tyres are going to be well and truly gone by halfway. So is it better to go hard tyres and stay out? As Philo goes to 4th place then, with a 1:57.903, or he may have stayed in 4th there. Again, consistency there for a 57.9, 57.9. As we carry on, and Ace Killer comes round and improves, goes 7th at the moment. Oh, this is it. Yes, we've hit the 10 minutes now. So anybody who's coming across the line, this is the last opportunity to improve. Oni goes across the line, doesn't improve. Ember's finished. Philo's finished. Potter McPot's still going round. There's someone just coming down around the line. Oh, there was somebody. I missed it. And across the line. Nothing there, so we've got the last two. It's going to be Dr. Clarkson, and who's behind there? McPot still, and he's up on his time, is McPot. Didn't see where the Clarkson was, so let's see. McPot taking in some slipstream. Is it going to be enough as they exit then to improve here? So Clarkson comes across the line and improves by a huge amount. And McPott goes up to 3rd place. Was he up to 3rd place? Was he already in 3rd place? He may have already been in 3rd place. He gets closer to the top guys though. So these guys settling into their times. And we should be in for a good race. Look at this. No one's kind of too much just on their own. So the question will be is who can do the consistent laps as we... I think we just have to wait the time out now. So there we go. There's qualifying then, folks. We have Gecko Racer on pole position, Kevlaro in 2nd, Potter in 3rd, Philo in 4th, Ember in 5th, Oni in 6th, Martin 7th, Ace Killer in 8th, Frozen in 9th, Woodson in 10th, JP in 11th, and Genius Clarkson in 12th to round out the grid. And with that, we will move on. I assume there'll be a half-a-minute break just between this, and then the race will start shortly after that. Well done to Gecko for his pole position. Can't see what time is on at the end. It's weird actually, if you just went across the line at 10 minutes, then it should be fine for 2 minutes. Oh, but they've put 3 minutes just to make sure. So there we go. Qualifying has finished. We can go and have a look at the results. Let them capture this for the stream, just in case they need to come back and have a look. So if they put the lobbies up, here's an interesting one for everybody that's watching that ponders like my brain does. If they increase the numbers in the lobby, like there's only room on this screen for nine people, and then here it would be another 9. So that would still only take them to 18 compared to the 20 that we'd like to see, if not more. So what an interesting, these screens are not ready, are they? These screens are not ready for 20 people lobbies yet. I assume and hope that they will get sorted, but part of me thinks they've not touched it or acknowledged any issues with the lobbies, so I don't expect anything to happen to the lobbies for the next year, which is a shame, but there we go. So 2 minutes, there's a 2 minutes break, and then we will start with the racing, and it should be good. It's going to be all about who can do the most consistent laps, and you never know what's going to happen here at Suzuka. These 3.6 miles are very close to the grass in a lot of them. You've got the 2 Degner corners where it's very easy just to get too much inside curb. You've got Spoon where it's very easy to try and carry the speed and just touch the track, the green on the outside, and cause your car to spin. You've got the Dunlop corner. That's another one where you want to push your car to the limits and get that exit speed. And on that, you can also hit the grass and you're out for a spin. So we'll see what happens. All the drivers pushing for the best possible position here as we're round 7 of 8, and we are not far off starting here. So good luck to anybody that's watching and racing. Thanks for hanging out for anybody who is watching and lurking in the background. Hopefully this is entertaining enough for us all for the next, I guess it's going to be the next hour. So I finished that cup of tea, which is probably a good thing. And the race will begin shortly. Here we go then. The race is on. Let's spectate. Let's put that back on. Why would they take it off? False starts are penalised, so engines are being revved. It's 1 times fuel. Let's can we go behind somebody and watch from the back? So we'll ride on board with Ember here for the start. The lights are on, the lights are off. It's go, go, go. And everybody looks like they get a good start. And we head back to the front then. Let's see what's going on here. Gecko at the front, Philo doing a snake to the left. Oh, that looks very weird with the lag that's going on. So you can't really tell what's happening. Oh, is there contact at the back possibly? Unsure. Everybody gets away though. Nobody's been in trouble, so that's okay. How are you meant to race on this? I have no idea. This is what I see every time I race. So let's have a look then. Gecko in first, McPot in second, Philo's made his way up to third, Kevlaro in fourth, Oni in fifth, Mark rounding out the top six. Then we've got, side-by-side action then as we go into the Degner. What's going to happen here? They're going to try and go side-by-side. Ember's going to look for it. Oh, almost makes it down the inside of both of them, but doesn't quite get there. There's maybe a little bit of contact. Very easy to catch it, but he's all right. They've managed to keep going. That was very close. Very hard to race in these conditions. Oh, Ember really struggling in his car. He's going to now have Ace Killer trying to take it round the outside and see whether he can make that last. We'll just jump up to the front, make sure everything's okay here. So that is Gecko in first, Potter McPot in second, Philo in third, and Kevlaro doing the dance with Philo going left and right, trying to work out what's going on. Oni, then Mark, then Ember. Ember just catching the grass. Look at, he's very able to keep hold of that car. It's snapped a few times on him, but he's doing okay. So everybody looks like they're on the racing mediums here as Ace Killer looks to go down the inside at 130R. Brakes a little bit. He did give the room there. I don't think there's an issue. And Gecko Racer's gone. Gecko is off the track at 130R and is in the grass. That changes everything. McPot then inherits the lead with a 1.6 second gap to Philo behind, who's trying to hold Kevlaro off, who's looking down the outside, dips back in for the slipstream. Philo goes to the left then to take it. They're not side by side, so they're just going to follow it around. Oh, it looked like there was possibly a little bit of contact there. It's so hard to tell whether one saw it and one didn't, but there we go. Kevlaro, Mark, Oni then, Tor Killer, Sean then right behind them, side by side with Frozen, actually with Ember. Something weird happened there. I think Frozen just let it go. That's it. Follow. It's single file through here. It'll be a lot quicker than going side by side. Frozen is on the soft tyres, so looking to try and get past. But look at that. How terrible is this game? Genius Clarkson up into 10th, JP in 11th, and Gecko Racer, having let everybody get back onto the track, has now got a mission on his hands to get back going again. In fact, look at the gap that he's got there to JP. So I wonder whether... Yeah, I wonder how much he had to wait, or whether he had another spin as he got going again. But that's not great. So McPot now up to a 2.6 second lead at the top. He's on the racing softs though, so he should be pulling away, and he'll want to be pulling away. He's got a pit stop to try and fit in here as he goes round Spoon and just lifts off, tries, gets it back into the apex. That's it, and back on the accelerator, and off he goes. Philo then still in second, holding off Kevlaro as there was another change just further down. There's a 1 second. Are they going to end up side by side going into 130R? Let's find out as we here on Kevlaro round to the left. No, he's not quite side by side, but Philo then goes wide. Oh, and Philo's turn to have a potential accident 130R, but actually it's enough. They keep going, and Kevlaro has managed to put Philo off enough just to force that error. And on they go though, but still very close. Mark then in a little bit of a gap on his own, comfortably in fourth. Just keep it consistent. That's all you need. Look at that, 2 minutes 0:00:05. Oh, except unless you look at his times. Oh, there we go. It's yeah, that's right. Ace Killer then with a 2 minute and 9. He's got Ember just behind. Oh, as Ace Killer almost has a moment for himself. Everybody really struggling here. I don't know whether it's early in the day and there's just no grip on the cold track maybe. But people seem to be struggling more than we realised. Just behind there then is Frozen, who again you can hear in the tyres that the game can't work out how to make it smooth, because I don't think Frozen will be driving like this. He improves a little bit, looking to get down into those low 2 minutes lap times. we've got very similar liveries on here, so maybe these guys are racing. Oh no, maybe not as similar as I first thought there. And then Genius just behind. JP using his VR machine. Currently in 9th and just wanting to be nice and... Oh no, JP's had an issue as well. He's got damage in the front left of his car. So let's have a look then. What can Woodson do to capitalise on the fact that JP's got damage? Don't know if it's heavy damage, which it might be. It's not going to repair itself, so he will be needing to enter the... Oh no, there we go. The car has just magically fixed itself. He's back going again. So can Woodson make this count and get the exit from Spoon as they come round, brake into the left, let it roll into this apex and then back onto the power and down the back straight now, and he's well and truly in that slipstream. Gecko Racer right up behind them as well. Oni must have had an issue as well then. It's on those hard tyres, must have had a spin out and has fallen down the grid. There's yellow flags out. There was a flick of yellow flags there. We're looking at the front, McPot, Kevlaro, Philo, they're all the same. Was it Clarkson that maybe had an issue? Oh, Frozen has dropped quite a bit behind Ember here, so it could have been Frozen that had the issue. Mart now 1.6 seconds behind Philo. Philo maybe is struggling as well. There's a 4-second gap, although the front two now are on racing softs. Philo's now on the medium, so actually it's not so much of a problem if they can't keep up, because there's going to be a pit stop for... in fact, there may be a pit stop for everybody. I'm not sure if the... medium tyres are going to last the whole race here. We're 6 minutes into a 30-minute race and they're already a good fifth of the way through their tyres. Excuse me. Mark then 1.6 seconds off the guy in front and 1.9 clear of Ace Killer behind. So everybody's kind of splitting up by a few seconds. Oh no, Genius has gone wrong on Degna 2. This is what we're talking about. It takes such a lot to... it doesn't take a lot to just push the car a little bit too much and have a problem. It's so you've got to stay in the fight. There's Oni then coming up, right up behind Genius Clarkson, who's just struggled through Degna 2, managed to probably catch too much of the inside curb and send himself wide on the exit and catch the barrier. Have he got any damage? No, he's damage free, so just needs to get cracking and settle back in again. JP then right up. Gecko Racer just making his way past JP there as they head down towards 130R. McPot, Kevlaro, and in fact is very close at the front somewhere. Frozen, Ember very close to Tor, Matt, then Philo. Oh no, it's not so close. So that's first, second, and third. There's a gap now from Philo, but he's on the medium tyres, so it's all going to come into play with strategies here. Strategy is going to nicely become one of the bigger moments here as Mark goes round the first corner, which is actually called first corner. That's why I was struggling there. I was like, what is that corner called? No, it is first corner. Ace Killer in 5th place then. Ember in 6th. Frozen in 7th. Everybody just kind of lining up nice here. Gecko Racer has made his way past Woodson now. Looks like he's struggling, but I don't think he's struggling as much as it looks like from our point of view. 6.5 seconds off the guys in front, and he's lost 23 seconds on Potter, who is just not quite cruising away with it. Kevlaro isn't letting McPot get away. So he's hanging in there as we go through Degna 1, you see there, and then you're braking, coming back across, and it's so easy just to try and get back on the power. And if you go onto the dark green on the exit of that corner, then you are very likely going to spin out. There's just no grip on that part of the track. So then Sean Woodson just pulling away then from JP with a 2-second gap. Genius keeping a 2-second gap as well to Oni, so he's getting his foot down in his GTR, trying to accelerate. His tyres are getting done, so it could look like anybody on the soft tyres are going to end up pitting very soon. Yeah, look at that from Frozen. There's some medium tyres, there's a racing softs. That front, oh, as we just catch Mark going a little bit wide at 130R. That front right tyre just not having the same grip as it wears down to the last quarter. Philo on the medium. The first guys are on the soft tyres as well. Kevlaro slightly worse in the Porsche. In fact, they're both in the Porsche. That's not a Porsche, that's a BMW. Why? Yeah, weirdly, why does the Porsche flash up on the right when you go to the BMW? Is it? Oh, I see. As you click up through them, it seems to show you the last car. Brilliant. Brilliant. Love the game. Oh, it's so broken. Right. So, it normally flashes up when you overtake someone, doesn't it? So we've got Paul McPart with 1.7 seconds gap then to Kevlaro underneath in second. So just a couple of seconds here between the first two. The medium tyres dropping off, but that's okay because they're going to benefit here. They're not halfway done on their tyres yet. And the gap is only 7.5 seconds, which is going to mean that the pit stop, I don't know how long the pit stop's going to be, but I would have thought it's going to be less than 8 seconds. So I think, unless they need to use every stop, can we... No. Let's just jump out and look at view event settings. Can we look at the tyres? Required tyre type? None. So there's no requirement. It's all open to any strategy that they want. 1.5 seconds. There's been a slight mistake by Potter as Kevlaro getting the exit and taking his lead down to 1.5 seconds from 2 seconds, and 8 seconds behind there as we don't see them pit. Kevlaro does come into the pit, so the first pit stop then from Kevlaro. Mark comes round. Is Mark going to want to do the same? We can see there Philo's going to stay out, which makes sense. And yes, in comes Mark for the second pit stop. Fuel again, not an issue. Racing mediums are staying out. Mark in the pits. Gecko Racer on the medium tyres, getting a little weird moments there from Frozen, whose tyres have well and truly gone. Sean also in on those soft tyres. Ace Killer carries around. JP on the medium tyres heads through without a problem. And Oni also on racing hard. So actually the racing hard tyres can probably, in fact, will easily go to the end of the race here. So Oni is not going to need to pit. Anybody on the soft tyres, they can't, yeah, they're all going to come out on the medium tyres now. That makes sense because if they, yeah, everybody who's pitted has come out on the medium tyres. So you can do medium to soft, or soft to medium, or hards will no stop the race. And McPotter trying to get everything out of those tyres that he can. Holding off Philo still then at 9.6 seconds and increasing that gap. Oh, no. There we go. Philo's nailed an exit there and taken off a few tenths. So I think that's the tyre changeover now for these guys. McPotter, with his tyres totally worn out, is now doing slightly slower laps up into the 1:59.5s. And, oh, Philo is in the 2 minutes though. So we'll see how long he wants to go on these tyres. The risk that you've got going from medium to softs is that you can't just run them to the end. So if you start on the racing soft tyres, you can kind of run them just as long as they'll last, and you get the maximum use out of them, and then you pit onto the... and there we go. McPot comes into the pits from the lead then. Let's have a look. Do we get a... We don't get a pit time here, do we? But he's doing 1:59s normally. So we'll see what happens when he comes out. There's Philo just going past the pit exit then. Here we go. McPot in. Change of tyres onto the medium tyres. And away he goes. No, he's going to do another racing soft. He's got 14. Oh, he's risking that one then. But he's going to be quicker. He's unfortunately come out behind Kevlaro and Ember. But he's on fresh soft. So he's going to want to get past here as quickly as he can. What was his last lap time? A 2:14. So it's a 15-second pit. Which isn't too bad actually. He was 9 seconds up. However, Philo will be pitting onto the soft tyres, so It's going to be close as he tries to hang it round the outside there, but now he's on the inside through for Dunlop curve and nails the overtake. Well done by Potter, and Ember just slots him behind. He's on the 1 mediums. He wasn't going to be able to keep up there anyway, so it's the wise move just to let McPotter through, and away he goes on those soft tyres. And in the Degner corners, the medium ones just have nothing to offer against those softs. Excuse me. Nothing to offer against those softs, and away goes McPotter then chasing down. He's got a 9.5 second deficit up to first, but he's going to have to look after these tyres, I think, because Philo's going to pit and get onto fresh softs before long, which means that at the end of the race, Philo is going to be on much fresher tyres than Potter, and closing in on him at the end. So this will be interesting. Can Philo make the soft tyres work better than Potter? We'll find out as we head towards the end of the race. We are 16 minutes into a 30-minute first race. Ember 2 seconds away from Potter. Gecko Racer now up into 5th on those medium tyres. Actually, those medium tyres aren't too bad. His rear right is over halfway. But all of the other tyres... Oh, he's into the pits. Gecko Racer has chosen to come into the pits. He may have been able to go the whole way on those racing mediums. But in he comes to the pits then. First one to pit off the mediums maybe, although it's hard to watch everything. I may be wrong there. JP doing another lap on those racing mediums. Potentially will need to pit. And Gecko Racer then out in 9th place. There's Frozen just behind with a bit of a penalty. Round they go through the first corner, and Frozen just slots in behind. Gecko's on fresh soft tyres, so we're not expecting any issues there. So let's jump back to the front now. We've got Genius in 12th place there, Woodson in 11th, Frozen in 10th. We've got Gecko, Oni, JP and Mart. And then the top 5 look like Ace Killer, Ember, Potter, Kevlaro and Philo, who's on YouTube. There's not much going on at the moment. It's about to all come to head, so we've got 6.6 second gap here. Philo gonna have to come into the pits and is gonna lose more than that and go behind, but then will be on those fresh soft tyres. So it's going to be very interesting on how this all plays out towards the end. Ember with a 12 second gap to first and 6 seconds off Potter. As we are going side by side, Mark going for the overtake on Ace Killer, going to go around the outside. Potter, Philo in the pits. In first place, Kevlaro goes through and takes the lead. Potter then takes second, and Mark makes the overtake and gets past Ace Killer, who is on very warm medium, so we expect them to go into the pits this time. There we go. Yeah, Ace Killer just peels off into the pits. Mart is already on his fresh mediums with an exact what a lap time, exactly on 2 minutes from Mart. Oh, that's he's looking to get under 2 minutes, but there you go. He's got an exactly 2 minutes and a 2 minutes and 7. Is that right? Look at that. 2 minutes and 7, 2 minutes and 0, and a 2 minute and 5. Look at those lap 2, 8 and 9. Amazing consistency there. Spot on. Right, let's have a look then. Kevlaro is on fresh mediums. Potter is on the soft tyres. So Potter trying to make these soft tyres last longer than his last ones, and just has a second to try and catch up and overtake Kevlaro. Philo, having gone into the pits, has dropped 15 seconds down, but is now on fresh soft tyres. So the question is, can he make these soft tyres work, and can he close down that 15-second gap? I think he's got a high chance to try and catch Kevlaro, who's on the racing mediums now. But he's going to struggle to catch Potter, who's on the racing softs. He's got to make them last longer than his first stint, so it could all unravel at the end. But I think I think even if Potter just goes slow at the end, he's got that 15-second gap over Philo. So Philo's got a good challenge in to try and gain second, and then a bigger challenge to catch up to first. Gecko has climbed up to 5th place now then. He's on the racing softs and looking to try and chase down Ma. He lost his lead by spinning out at 130R earlier on in the race as he goes slightly faster here, but unable to get purple for that 157.7 that Kevlaro got in the first stint. Oni in 6th, Ember just behind them. Let's have a look at the difference. So Oni's on those racing hards and is quite well worn. They're a lot more worn than I thought. We've got still got a third of the race to go. So it's not looking too comfortable for him, but we've got fresh softs behind. So Oni's not going to be able to hold off Ember for any huge amount of time here. Once they get side by side, I would have thought that's going to be Ember gone and disappearing. We've got some fresher medium tyres to the hards. So Oni is going to struggle to keep these two positions. I think Oni could drop here from 6th to 8 as they look to be side by side. Going through the S-bends, coming up towards Dunlop Curve, but he manages to hold Ember off. Ember then goes through onto the inside. Was there contact? There may have been a bit of contact there. Oni goes a little bit wide, keeps it going and cracks on again. They'll have to review that and have the stewards look back at what happened there. Lag is so bad on this game. I don't want to make any decisions whilst watching the lobby on whether there was an accident or not, whether Oni just drove off trying to hold the line or whether there was contact. But Ember up into 6th place then. Frozen up into 7th due to that. Oni then in 8th. Sean here now all over the back of Oni because of the trip wide. Ace Killer then following them down just 2 seconds behind. JP 5.5 seconds behind. And Genius Clarkson not having the best time there at the back, but still going. So shout out there. We like the stickability. Currently rounding out the grid in 12th. So let's go back up and have a look here. Now, here's interesting. Kevlaro is on the medium tyre and doing 58.2, 58.7, 58.4. Behind him is Potter, who was on fresh softs. Did a 57.7, 58.3 and a 58.8. But he's unable to get back into those 57s, which he really needs to be, because behind him we've got Philo, who's on very fresh softs in comparison. But again, he's 16 seconds behind still, so Philo's not closing the gap enough here to first place. Although he's going a lot faster now with a 58.8 and is going faster on this lap for a new personal best if he completes the lap. Mart 2.3 seconds clear of Gecko as he closes down. Oh, Gecko just setting the fastest lap then on that mission in his Ford GT. Sets a 57.3 here at Suzuka. And then just slightly off his lap time there. We're 1.7 seconds. So he's closing down the gap there. So I think Gecko's going to catch up with Mart on this lap or the next one. Mart doing 59s and 2 minutes. Gecko in the 57s, and I think this lap is looking to be a 58, but that's still 2 seconds a lap at some point. So I think there's going to be a couple of corners here where Gecko is just able to utilize the track width or something like that. Well, there we go. There was 2/10 there that he's taken off as they go round Spoon, and then there could be a straight line speed advantage here all the way down 130R round to the left towards Casio Triangle. Yeah, cuts it down to 1.6, so he's taken off almost half a second just going from Spoon to the chicane. So Mart will hold on for, I guess if he's doing half a second a lap, he's got 3 more laps, and then we should find that Gecko will be all over the back of Mart and looking to try and climb into 4th. But there's a 6-second gap then up to Philo in third, so it's not all over. Gecko's got a huge mission to try and get anything more than fourth, but he's done amazingly to go from last place and up to fifth at the moment. Let's have a look down here, what's going on. So we've got Genius Clarkson, he's falling behind, but not huge amounts. Like, looking at his times on the right, it's just about being consistent. I think he's just having moments as he drives around on those worn soft tyres. And just pushing the car a little bit too much. Then we've got Oni in 10th. We've got Sean Woodson in 9th. Ace Killer in 8th. Frozen in 7th. Ember in 6th. Who will be, he's falling behind but doesn't have another pit stop to go. The difference between his fronts and rears there you can see. So he's going to be losing steering but having a huge amount of grip on the exit still. Oh, Gecko having a little bit of a moment, but he's now already right up behind Mart and looking to make the move to take fourth place as they go along. Looking left, looking right. Is he going to look down the inside as they go up towards Spoon Curve? No, he's quite happy just to sit. He knows that the straight's coming. He's got he'll have the pace. You can see there the difference in grip and apex speed. So, but Mark managing to get the better exit because he's on the outside. So, where's the move going to happen then? I thought it was going to happen down the straight, but it doesn't look like it. Mark is holding on. Is he going to defend? He's not going to defend, but then Gecko's not quite close enough to make a move. Well, this is very unexpected to what we thought was going to happen here. And down they go down the start-finish straight. Can the Gecko make the move? We've got 3.5 minutes left, which means that there's 2 more laps. Oh, here we go. This is going to be it. Surely Gecko's going to go. No, he's going to lift off. He's waiting for his moment. I think he's aware that Philo is further up the field. So what he wants to make sure that happens is he wants to take fourth, but it doesn't matter about catching the next driver. So now he can take his time and wait for that perfect opportunity over the next 2 laps. So here we go. Kevlaro has lost the place to McPot, whose tyres are getting fairly worn. He's only got 2 laps left though, so Potter with a top strategy there and making his racing soft tyres last for the extra time. The racing mediums far more grip on it, so Kevlaro can probably just hold behind until the next lap, and then we should find that Potter will just run out of grip and just end up having to go really slow to look after his car. Kevlaro then back at the back of his car and looking to make that move. Not quite there at the moment, but he's in the slipstream as they head down the straight towards 130R again, and that very fast left-hander. And round they go, a little bit of a lift and back on the power then. Close enough for a move, not close enough for a move. Onto the brakes, through Casio Triangle and that chicane. Brakes on, take as much curb on the left and back onto the power then. And away they go, just trying to hold on there. Look at this. Potter really having to push the car now, which he's not going to enjoy because his tyres are getting shot there. Philo 15 seconds behind, so he's gaining with the fighting going on for first and second, but just gets a track cut penalty there for half a second. So that's going to drop him back, but not into anything. We're missing all the overtakes here in true commentator style with no replays. We can't go back and find out, but Gecko is now up into 4th place and has a 1.3 second gap on Mart there, who was on the medium tyres as well, so that probably was never going to last all the way to the end. We have 1 minute and 15 seconds left, which I think means that we are on the final laps. Ember in 6th, Frozen in 7th, Ace Killer in 8th, Woodson in 9th, and JP rounding out the top 10. Only a second away from Oni though, who had a mistake earlier on and will be looking to try and get back into the top 10 to finish the race. And Genius Clarkson there in 12th, still going, keep it going. The way to get better is to practice and get experience, and that's what he's doing as he continues round Spoon Corner, gets the acceleration out, and shoots off down that back straight towards 130. McPotter then has Kevlaro all over the back of him. Is this going to be the last one? He has no right tyre now. This is going to be the only opportunity as they're on 30 seconds to go. This is going to be it. This is the last lap then as we ride on board now with Kevlaro. There is Potter in front. Is there a move on? Is anything able to happen? Potter goes a little bit wide. Oh, but Kevlaro follows him. There's confusion. He's on the grass. He manages to hold it. Oh, there is no grip on the front of the car. Unfortunately, Kevlaro followed him through. And it is going to be the win for Potter. Oh, how close at the end there. As Philo then comes through in third place. Nothing going on there. He's got that nailed. Potter managing to hold off. Goes wide. Kevlaro follows him wide. If Kevlaro had managed to just hold it on the track, but then had a huge moment as McPot came back on. Avoided McPot coming back on. And caught the grass himself. So there we go. Gecko Racer coming in fourth in the end. Martin fifth. Ember rounding out the top six. Frozen coming across the line in seventh. Then behind them we've got Ace Killer not too far away there in eighth place. Woodson coming around the last corner for ninth place. Across the line he goes. JP following round. Again, not too far away in 10th place. Goes across the line. Oni in 11th, just behind there. And we've just Genius then to come round. He comes round the hairpin. He's fallen down a little bit. Look at his tyres though. He is racing on very worn tyres now as well, which doesn't help when you're struggling with the car. Round to the right he goes. Over to the right. Look for that 50 sign on the brakes. Into the left. Oh, he's just missed. Yeah, so we just not quite following the lines and looking and using all of that track width as he then struggles with that right hand tyre. There's just, in fact, looking at that, there's just no grip on his front right, so he won't be able to turn to the left at the speed he was able to, which means that you really do have to adjust your driving style in order to cope with that. Round he comes to the left. There we go. That's better. He had to slow down again, but he's got very worn tyres. He's going to come in 12th, so that's the way it's going to be. Onto the brakes, over to the right, hits the chicane. Oh, he's struggling. Those tyres are gone, Bono. Round he comes in, through the final corner for the last time for this race. And he comes across to say hello to his pit wall and finishes the grid off in 12th place there. So there we go. Well done to Potter for that finish. He managed to pull out the best strategy and do 2 soft tyre runs. Gecko Racer with an accident on the first lap, I think it was, that meant that he dropped away from first place to last place, managed to climb back up to 4th. And there we go. That is race 1. We have got, I think there's another 30-minute race to come. We'll just wait for them to update the lobby settings. Well done to everybody who was racing. Sean Woodson says, just great. Oh, I see. From his comment above, unfortunately, it will go to the stewards. It's he was Frozen was lagging for me, so I can't. I said it before, I'll say it again. The game is not ready. But still, they soldier on. Right, let's have a look. We've got 30 minutes. Everybody's entering. Let's have a look at the event settings. Let's have a look here. Grid order is set by host. So I don't know if this is going to be a reverse grid or whether it's based on... It's maybe based on the results of the last one. We'll find out as we go then. 9 players have entered. We just need a green tick, and then I think there's a Gecko saying there's a 5-minute break. So we're just waiting for JP and Philo. Just hit that green tick for us, guys, and then Gecko can set the order, unless they have run off to the bathroom already. Come on, RA guys. The RA guys are letting us down. Oh, there we go. JP's got the green tick. Philo. Wonder if we shout loud enough whether they'll hear. Probably not. Come on, Philo. Hit that green tick, and then Gecko can set the grid order. Although it's probably not so bad if you just have one driver join in. There we go. Oni with I prefer takeouts as food. Yes, much better choice. I think that's just it at the moment, isn't it? There's not much else to. Not much else to do until they start the. Till they start the next race. There we go. Perfect. I'm just looking at the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, the link is in the description. We have a nice little gopher bot that will tell you your previous positions in previous race weeks. So if you do sport racing and the time trial in there, we've got a bot there to help you improve and just kind of monitor your progress. If you don't like racing, then it takes into your account the time trial, so you don't even need to enter a race. You just need to go and set some times, and then it's a nice way to give you a target and something to aim for the week. Is there anything else going on? Nothing else going on. There are more leagues. If you don't mind these Gran Turismo lobbies, then there are leagues going on in the Discord if you want to get involved yourself. Then we do have some ACC racing going on, but not much. We need just need to get that going, I think. I've got wheel issues, and I was the ACC pioneer at one point, so it's slowed down a little bit until I can get my wheel working again. So hopefully that will happen. Don't think there's much else to report on here. Just is what it is at the moment. Hope you're all having a wonderful evening. We just sat waiting for waiting on the world to change. Oh, look at that! Now that's driving to perfection there. They go out as wide as you can. Keep all four wheels on the curb. But there we go. 2 minutes left, says Gecko Racer, as we hammer onto the brakes round, try and get in on that apex and back onto the power as early as we can. And as you get onto the power, you need to unsteer your steering wheel so that you can not spin out. You obviously can't just hold your steering to the left and put the full power through the tyres. It doesn't work like that. I think it was Tijni that said your car can do 100% of something. So if you've got 100% steering on, then you can't go at 100% speed. Which I guess you can't put 100% steering on, can you? You can only put on like 10%, well, 80% steering, because you're always moving forward. So there's always got to be some kind of grip there. But yeah, if you're trying to turn the car and accelerate and put in as much power as you can, then obviously you're not going to be able to have the car do everything that you want it to do. So there we go. Right, let's have a look. That was Ace Killer that we were watching at that point. Kevlaro is out with a practice. Gecko gets a 3-second penalty. No, we're still in practice there. Sorry, got all excited. 5 minutes 47. So there we go. Gecko's set all the times. He's jumped back to the pits. He's probably just doing a last check of the grid, make sure it's in the right order. I'm just trying to read his dials there. Can we get any insight? Well, no wonder... well, folks. No wonder Gecko spun out. If you look at his car display there, you can see that Gecko's got a picture of Daytona in his car. Where's Gecko gone? Gecko's here. Right, let's... Oh, we're off. We're straight in, folks. Oh, that's right. I thought we were going to do qualifying. Obviously, we're not qualifying. It is a reverse grid. I think these are the worst things ever, but here we go. The lights are on, the lights are on, the lights are off. It's go, go, go. There's that weird tip. Frozen is still showing some bits of lag. Philo with an amazing start there in the NSX. Shoots up to 8th place there as they break. Frozen twitching through. There's contact, but I think it's more lag rather than intentional. Everybody cracks on going, and we carry on round to the right. This is tough to watch, isn't it? Who knows what's really going on? Let's drop back through here. There has been incidents then. Genius Clarkson has come out the worst there, I think, and ended up back in 12th place. I think this is my problem with reverse grids, is putting the not so confident drivers go straight to the front, and you've got everybody trying to get past. So shout out to Genius Clarkson. I think shout out for him carrying on, and no worries. Thanks for racing, and hopefully we can get you in a lobby. More of your skill level so that you don't feel hard done by in these races. Right, so Potter then in 11th. He's got Embar up just in front. JP in 9th. Kevlaro in 8th. Gecko is in 7th. Philo just up ahead in 6th place, as there's all sorts of shaking going on there from Mart and Frozen. Ace Killer up in 3rd then. Sean in 2nd, and Oni trying to run away with it on the medium tyres in 1st place. As they go round 130R for the first time, everybody making it through. It's looking good. Oh, Frozen going a little bit wide. Oh, Frozen may not have been wide. Frozen may just have had lag. Matt also with some lag. Philo also with some lag. You can just see the cars switching left and right. Kevlaro in 7th. Philo in... Gecko Racer in 8th. And JP in 9th, Ember in 10th, and Potter chasing him down from the back. And on we go. So let's jump to the front then. We've got Oni up at the front. He's got a 1 second gap, so can he keep pulling away? Everybody's on the medium tyres except for Frozen, who's on the soft tyres. So they will be pulling out the way at some point. We've got Mart in 5th, who's on medium tyres. In fact, everybody looks like they're on the medium tyres except for JP. JP has started on the soft tyres for this race. But I think that was trying to keep up at the top of the field, which hasn't quite worked out for him this time. So he's ended up slowing down and dropping down to 9th place this time. So that's going to be a disadvantage there for JP, because he's going to have to pit onto the mediums. Now the question will be whether he can... there was something going on there. Kevlaro maybe went wide. Gecko Racer looking for a move, possibly as they go into Spoon Corner onto the left. No, he's just going to sit behind and be patient here. So JP going to have to pit onto the medium tyres. The only advantage here could be that he gets out into some space. But he's got Gecko Racer and Kevlar in front of him, who aren't going to be slow, so I don't think JP is going to have a huge problem with following the guys in front. Let's jump up then and watch some of these guys who are at the front then. So Oni in the lead at the moment. Sean not quite letting him get away. Keeping him within that second. It's all about pure pace then. I don't think there's any slipstream to take into account. It's all who can make the least of the mistakes. Oni setting a 59.4 until... Is anybody else going to be able to beat that in these laps? No, Oni's going to take the fastest lap for the first one. As Sean goes a little bit wide, he has to correct. And that is going to be a huge advantage to Oni. Although, that's amazing. It looked like he had to make a huge correction, but he's actually kept it at 1 second gap. Oh, until now. Through the S's, that's just maybe he's got dirty tyres there. And the gap goes up to 1.4, but still going. Frozen then just trying to close down that gap on the soft tyres to Woodson, who has got dirty tyres, so how quickly can he go through Degner's? Not as quick as Frozen then, so Frozen now trying to gain through onto Woodson. Goes purple for Frozen. I would have thought actually a few people would be purple, although 59.4 isn't too bad a lap. Round they all come, nobody side by side at this point, but everybody nice and close together. As we go around, there's a second gap then down to Ace Killer in 4th. Mart again a second down. Philo taking a half a second penalty somewhere. So I don't know if there is yellow flag somewhere to serve that. In fact, I think it is just, yeah, there we go. It's going to be round the next back straight that he's going to serve that half a second, which is going to let Kevlaro and Gecko Racer come through here, I think. He's not going to be able to hold them off with a half second penalty, and hits the penalty mark. That drops away, and through goes Kevlaro, and through goes Gecko Racer, and on they go. So Kevlaro, Gecko Racer just going a bit wide and has lost that place again. So taking it to the inside, Philo was just on the outside, minding his own business. Gecko had to take a different line then through 130R. That threw him out a little bit, and then Philo managed to get the place back. So that was quite clever strategically from Philo. The half a second not costing him all that much in the end then. Just a second off Kevlaro in front. So Frozen has now made it past... No. Has Frozen made it past Ace Killer, I think? Or was Frozen always in 3rd? Oh, I can't remember. We're jumping around too much. Oni in 1st then. Still with the 1.4. I think Ace Killer may have gone from 2nd to 4th here. Although we've got a 1.2 second gap here between 1st and 2nd, so that's pretty good going. Everybody remaining fairly close. Sean trying to chase down 1st, but also trying to hold off the soft tyres of Frozen, who actually has got quite worn tyres now. It's half 50% worn, which means that they're going to start struggling here, and you can see the lag's not great here. Tor Killer in 4th, then in 5th we've got Mart, who's got Kevlaro now right up behind him. Will be looking to make the move, wants to get through before Philo and Gecko can catch up again. Although there is now a 1.3 second gap there to Philo. Where's McPotter? Is still in 11th place, looking to try and get past Embar, who is struggling, because Embar then is trying to get past JP. Oh, Embar with it's just moment after moment there. Potter going for the medium tyres this time, not doing the soft. As they continue on down the back straight. Is there a move going on? Ember defending. Ember just doing well, making his car super wide. McPotter no way through. And this is one of the most frustrating things as a racing driver that you just have to deal with, is when you're faster than the car in front and you just cannot get past, and they defend really well. Even though, you know, if you get past them, then on you go and you carry on. It's just part of racing. So there we go, 1.6 second gap at the front of the grid. Oni there with the gap, and just trying to hold it there and pull away, keep those racing mediums lasting. He does very well on his tyres here. His racing mediums are doing okay, and we are just coming up to a 1/3 of the way through the race, and those tyres are not a 1/3 worn yet. Now whether that front left will become, it is quite close to a 1/3 of the way. So I think he will pit, but there is... Oh no! We've just watched it as Oni takes it too wide on the Dunlop curve and has spun his car. Oh no! From the lead, he tumbles down to 4th place. Dirty tyres, just needs to settle now and get back on it. Commentator's curse, trying to wander about pit stops thinking that he's set there. So Sean inherits 1st place. He's got the soft tyres of Frozen behind, and is very close. Woodson just taking a little bit of a wobble there. We can see there Frozen behind, trying to keep in that slipstream, doesn't want to let Woodson get too far away. Mart then inherits the last podium position for now, and Oni with a mission to try and catch up. Although his tyres are still good, I would say, Oni, keep it steady. You're going to be okay here, I think. Frozen 4/10 behind and losing time on the exit there. Woodson with a great exit, but Frozen wanting some of that slipstream. Let's have a look through. Ace Killer, then we've got Kevlaro. Gecko has made it back past Philo at some point there as they go around 130R at 140 miles an hour, and Philo just going a little bit wide again on the exit, but holding it together. Slows down nicely for the Casio Triangle and the chicane, and on they go. Gecko Racer in 7th, Philo in 8th, JB still in 9th, holding off Ember and Potter, but Potter has made it past Ember now then. Maybe there was a mistake there because Ember's just dropped away a bit. So Potter now looking to make the move on JP. Is there a move here? He's got the slipstream. Is there an advantage? JP kind of going defensive, sticks his car in the middle of the track, and there's no way through for Potter. Oh, what a frustrating race here for Potter, who had an accident in the first corner. Oh, as he tries to look at sticking his nose down the outside there of JP, not quite making it. Just needs one good exit, I think, and it'll be they'll be away. All this battling is obviously slowing them down, but I think JP will be loving it. It's always nice to have a fight, although Potter will be wishing that he was fighting for first rather than 9th at this point. But everybody going well. JP is on the soft tyres, so we'll be losing grip shortly and needing to go a bit slower as Potter there makes the move, goes to the outside of JP then as they go up towards the hairpin, hit the brakes, and they are all very close. Ember's managed to catch up. Potter kind of backs out, doesn't go for the outside move. Think he wanted to go for a kind of a weird cutback, but it didn't quite work out there. Potter then in 10th still as they go through. We're going to have to leave them. We'll go up and look here. Frozen then has got super worn tyres. Frozen really needs to pit. He's got no grip on his front tyres here, which could very well let Sean get away here. He's got the gap to a second. Down the straight it's not going to matter, but here it's going to count. So he's at 1 second there as they go round to the left. Frozen able to manage to keep it at a second with those worn softs. We're expecting him to go into the pits now, which is going to free up everybody. Let's see what happens as he goes round. Yep, into the pits he goes. That's what we're expecting on those soft tyres. So Sean gets away with a 1.3. Mart for half a second to Oni, who has Kevlaro just 0.4 behind. Gecko Racer just 0.4 behind there, and Ace Killer just 0.8 behind. So the top 6 now all within shooting distance of each other. Mart wanting to chase down Woodson, already taking that gap down to a second now that Frozen is out of the picture. So is this where it's all going to start to kick off? As we've got Kevlaro then in 4th as well, just 1.5 seconds. He's made his way all the way from almost from the back of the grid, from 11th place up to 4th at the moment. Gecko Racer trying to recover from his last race and wanting to get a good result here, although his last result was good. He's wanting a better result here. He's currently in 5th, wanting to get into those top 2 positions. We've got Ace Killer in 6th, just a second behind Gecko Racer. Potter has now made it past JP77, who then has Ember behind them. Frozen in 10th, and then we've got Philo, who has pitted on his tyres, but he's managed to cross over the pit line and give himself a 3-second penalty. That is not what you want. Unfortunately, Philo's race there unravelling a little bit on penalties at this track. So Sean side by side then. Mart looking down the inside, takes it around the inside, round Spoon. Sean looking for a bit of a cutback, is on the inside. There's space given. They're side by side on the exit. Kevlaro looking to go side by side as well, but no go. There's Woodson and Mart trying to make their cars as wide as they can as they go down towards 130R, the 2x2. Kevlaro looking for anything he can get, and Oni also on his recovery. He's gone from 1st to 4th, looking to try and recover there. They all end up going through very nicely through 130R. Side by side then through the chicane goes Woodson and Mart. Woodson looking for that cutback, still not quite able to get it. Kevlaro seizing the opportunity, going on the inside down around the last corner, going towards the start. Kevlaro up into second place from 11th now then. And we've got Mart defending at the front, not letting anybody take that inside line. Kevlaro going to the outside as they go round for corner 1. No, Kevlaro's on the inside defending. Sorry, it's Kevlaro defending from Woodson. Ace Killer on the inside of Oni then as they go round first corner. And on into the yeses. Ace Killer just getting ahead there. Very nicely done. Beautiful move, and Ace Killer up into 4th, Oni down into 5th. Gecko Racer trying to sniff and get anything he can from here, but everybody defending and getting back going again very nicely. So we've got Mart in 1st place, Kevlar in 2nd, Woodson in 3rd, Ace Killer in 4th, Oni in 5th, Gecko Racer in 6th, Potter McPot in 7th, Ember in 8th, JP now in 9th, having Ember get past him. Frozen is now in 10th, having pitted and on the medium tyres for the rest of the lap. There's 15 minutes left to go. R.A. Philo is 7 seconds behind on those fresh mediums, but he's just had a terrible race with full of penalties, I think, at the moment, which is a shame. So Mart is currently in the lead, has a moment coming out though. Kevlaro in the Porsche has maybe got a better exit than the Jaguar, just more 0.1 seconds behind as they go down towards Spoon. Is Mart going to defend? What's he going to do? No, they're just going to go one by one, which is the way to do it. They don't want the people behind to come and get involved. Round they go to the left, clip in on the apex, get on that power down the straight. Mart leading the way, Kevlaro in 2nd, Woodson rounding out the top 3. Ace Killer then and Oni and Gecko Racer just behind. And Gecko Racer going down the inside then on Oni as they come down towards 130R. A little bit of braking then from Gecko to make sure there's room on the outside, but it's a little bit too much braking. Oh, as Ace Killer goes wide, so does Oni. Oni goes shooting across the track. There's been a huge bit of damage. I believe the safety car would have come out, but we don't have a safety car on the game, so we just have to go Oni. We hope you're okay. Oni is okay. Oni goes, he's got damage to the back of his car though. It's kind of unraveled a bit as he goes round into the pit. Gecko Racer has had a nightmare as well, trying to get into the pits. Oh no, Andy's been reset for his troubles. Oh, it's all unraveled for Gecko Racer. Kevlaro has made it past Mart then as they go round the front bend. It looks like Kevlaro has managed to nail this race. Although Kevlaro has just been consistent here. Unfortunately, it looked like Gecko went for the pits, didn't make the pits, hit the wall, got a 3 second for crossing the line, then got reset. And on the reset gets a 3 second penalty and then has to go back round to the pits. Oh, Gecko. This is not like Gecko. I don't know what's up. He must be distracted here. Oh, no, he has got into the pits. Oh, that's a very weird reset that's happened there for Gecko then. Oh, no. Gecko's got bigger problems here. Gecko's got bigger problems. Hey, Hansa, no worries. Cheers. I hope you're doing well. Sorry, I've not been watching the chat. Very sorry for those there. Yeah, feel it. It's got worse for Gecko. Gecko's out. So Gecko's out of the race. They've damaged his Ford. The damage has been too much. That would make sense about whatever's happened then for Gecko. Has killed his race. Steering wheel issues likely. Kevlaro taking the gap up to 1 second. Martin 2nd place now then, with managing to keep Sean at bay and build that gap to 1 second. Ace Killer just behind those. So it's all about this. The tyres are now going. So here we go. What is going to happen on the pit stops? Are the in-laps and out-laps going to make much difference? It's all to play for here as they go through. There's not much gap anywhere in the race at the moment, although Kevlaro was 2nd in the previous race and will be looking to capitalise on this one. So Mart then into the pit. In fact, everybody into the pits. So they're all going to come out on soft tyres, all in the same order. Unless no one's got to fill up. We've all got 80% fuel. And everyone in on the mediums. Frozen manages to stay out on his mediums then. So Frozen actually coming out very well. It's all going to be about defending then for Frozen in that Jaguar. No, he's not in the Jaguar. He's in the Hyundai. And he's got a 5.5 second gap to hold on to whilst these guys all chase him down in softs. Philo Philo shooting up to 3rd place there on his mediums. So he's got all the soft tyres around him. So if he can defend really well, there could be a good result in here for Philo. Potter also up to 5th place on the fresh soft, so looking to try and chase down Frozen, who's 8 seconds ahead, which means that actually Kevlaro is only going to be like 4 seconds ahead. So Potter trying to fight through here. He'll be looking to try and get the win towards the end. Gecko had an issue going into the pits, and it looked like something went wrong with his wheel, and I believe he's still... Oh no, he's going again. Philo is going again. Gecko's going again, but something definitely happened. He hit the pit entry, then was sat in the pits for a long while. In fact, probably for about 30 seconds, looking at the gap to 1st place. So yeah, Gecko's had issues and Philo's had issues, but Philo doing well now, up in 3rd place. Good recovery run there. Potter also being held up at the back for a while, but is now up into 5th place, so that's also good. Oh, Kevlaro with a 3-second penalty as well. That must have been a pit exit issue, and he's going to hit the penalty, which means Frozen with 5.3 seconds is going to cruise away. Philo goes into 2nd, Mark goes into 3rd, Potter takes 4th. Is Tor and Ace Killer going to get round? Yes, Tor is Ace Killer up into 5th place, then Kevlaro in 6th, and he's got to do all of the overtaking all over again as we head into the last 10 minutes of the race. So Frozen then in 1st place with a 6.3 second gap here. So all he's got to do is be consistent and smoother on his screen than we are on ours, and he's going to be fine. On he goes then. Philo in 2nd. He has got everybody just behind him. Potter in 4th, looking to climb back up into 1st place. Tor and Ace Killer in 5th. Kevlaro now in 6th. Wanting to catch up. Oni as well was winning at one point in the race and is now in 7th, so wanting to go faster than everybody else. He's on the racing softs and hopefully can follow Kevlaro all the way up and through there, getting a purple lap then. So at the moment Oni actually has the fastest lap at a 58.3. So we'll see how that continues on. Everybody else is now, in fact everybody's on the soft tyre now. So it's all to play for, but there's lots of traffic. And then here's the gap. Look at that gap on the map. It's down to 5.9 seconds. As Frozen may have just had a moment there, or it may have just been the lag. But on he goes, yeah, 6.2 actually. So he's done all right there. He's holding it at 6 seconds. If he can keep that up for the next 4 laps, he's going to cruise through for an amazing win here, an amazing strategy from Frozen, starting on the softs and making that strategy work. Philo then in 2nd place, trying to hold off Mark behind, who is all in the slipstream and all over the back of his car. Both of them on the racing medium tyres, and Potter behind, who is on... Oh no, there's been an accident behind Oni. Oh no, Oni's just had another accident, drops down to 9th. That's unfortunate. The consistency not quite paying off for Oni in this race. As we go back up then and look at Philo trying to defend. Mark going side by side. Potter sending it down the inside into Casio Triangle, taking it round and nailing that move by the exit, and on he goes. Sean Woodson is in 7th. Has Sean had the accident there as well, maybe? But anyway, we've got Kevlaro still in 6th, unable to make it past Ace Killer and climb up towards the ranks. This is playing out for the people ahead then, because Kevlaro should be way up there in 1st or 2nd. So should Potter, but Potter's in 3rd now. He's managed to catch up to Philo. He's right behind there. And in fact, Frozen's lost a load of time there. Frozen's had an accident somewhere, and the gap is now just 2.4 seconds. This is huge. It's all going to change towards the edge. Towards the end, we've got 7 minutes left. That's going to be 4 laps to go as we head round the Degner 1 and Degner 2. Watching Philo with Potter just behind. Potter looking down the inside, just trying to put Philo off his game. Not able to do it at that corner, but is right behind him. Philo's going to defend, sticks over to the left, makes Potter do the work. make him go and try and take the outside as we watch Frozen there go round. Philo keeps the inside, there's no move there, but Mart looking then down the inside of Pot McPot as they exit and go down towards around the right-handers and looking at the inside through Spoon. Is this going to mean that Philo's able to get away a little bit as Mart and Potter fight it out through Spoon? It's not a bad corner to go side by side, but it's quite a quick corner. McPot is there ahead. It looks like Mart was not able to hold it around the outside as they go towards Spoon. Ace Killer in 5th and Kevlaro still in 6th, unable to find that way past it. Everybody's really close here, and the gap to first is still at 2.4 seconds as we come round, and we've got 3 more laps to go until the final whistle. So what's that, 24 minutes? Yes, there is going to be 6 minutes to go. Yeah, there's 3 more laps here as Frozen then comes round with the teeth on the front of his livery. What a brilliant livery that is. Goes across the line, 2.3 seconds. The gap is coming down. It's all going to be to play for towards the end of the race. Philo in 2nd place. He's got 0.4 second gap. Potter really wanting to get past on those racing softs compared to the racing mediums. He's going to want to get past because he wants to close down that 2.5 seconds to Frozen. There is a win available here if Potter can just dispatch Philo and get past, but it's not looking like Philo's making it easy. Philo wants that 2nd place. Martin 4th place then. Look at him holding off 2 drivers as well as he races round. Ace Killer trying to defend against Kevlaro, who was 2nd in the first race and will really be wanting to improve his position here, but there's just no way through. Ace Killer doing a brilliant defensive job for this race. Kevlar in 6th. Let's drop down there and see Sean then in 7th. He's got a 2-second gap to Ember behind, so that's quite comfy. Oni has had a few spins. He's not been able to keep that car consistent, unfortunately, for this race. That's put him in 9th place here, but he's got a 4-second gap to JP. Gecko Racer had a huge accident going into the pits. It took the pit crew some time to repair the car, but he got going again, and now he's trying to chase down JP on these fresh soft tyres. But JP also on the soft tyres, but just a little bit more worn. So Gecko Racer just cruising around to finish off the race and see what he can gain here. But it's amazing that Gecko managed to walk away from that incident. He caught the pit wall. It looked like there was a steering wheel issue, but on he goes, almost able to see JP now through his window. Frozen has had another mistake. He's only got a 2nd gap to 2nd place, who is R.A. Philo, still holding off Potter, but Potter right behind and looking to make that move for 2nd place. Both Philo and McPotter will be... Oh, as Philo goes a little bit wide, he has to hold it. He's out of the moment. He slides. He's sliding. He's trying to brake. He slides it through the corner. Philo on the inside. Potter looking to try and take it around the outside, but not able to do it. Mart then coming through, trying to nail it. He's got on the inside. As Mart got up into 3rd place. Mart has got up into 3rd place. Potter trying to recover as well. What a moment for every driver there. Going through, but Philo not with a good exit. So Mark coming down. Is he going to look for a move on the inside? He's not quite going to be able to pull it off. He's going to go straight through there. Philo trying to hold on to the car. Mark looking down the inside. He has managed to get it down onto the inside. Is Mark on the soft tyres? He is indeed. Philo trying to defend on the medium tyres, whilst Mark all over the back in the soft tyres, along with Kevlaro behind. Where's Potter gone now then? Potter's had a huge moment. Potter's had a bigger moment and has dropped down to 7th place there. That's not good for him. Kevlar up in 4th place, looking to try and make a move onto Mart, who's trying to make a move onto Philo. Kevlar and Mart on the soft tyres, trying to take Philo on the medium tyres. That has allowed Frozen to increase that gap to 2.2 seconds as there is just 3 minutes left of the race. That's going to be 2 more laps. Frozen there just going through Degner 2 and heading up towards the hairpin as we've got Philo in 2nd, still defending against all the other drivers. Mart in 3rd then, trying to defend against Kevlaro, who came 2nd in the last race. We know he's got the pace, but just can't get his way through and around the traffic as Kevlaro is trying to defend against Ace Killer, who's right on his tail and following him through and up towards Spoon. Looking for the inside here. Anybody able to do it? No. Mart looking for the move onto Philo, but not able to get along at side, so just backs out. Doesn't want everybody else to come into play behind as they go round Spoon for the penultimate time. And on they go. Frozen with a 2-second lead then over Philo. Mart really wanting to get past Philo on those soft tyres. The first one to get past Philo is going to be able to break away, and Philo is probably going to hold up the drivers behind. So if one driver can sneak through, it could all change. Frozen then with the pressure as they come round onto the final lap. Frozen through Casio Triangle. Oh, somebody goes wide. Is that Kevlaro? Kevlaro goes wide, has to hold it, but drops way down to 8th place. He's gone out of the top 8. That's huge. Now Philo has a 1.3 second gap to Ace Killer. This is all changing. Ace Killer then defending against Sean, who's wanting to get up onto the podium. This is all new. This is so different from the last race. Frozen then with a 1.9 second gap over Philo, who's got a 1.5 second gap over Ace Killer. So it's all about battling for the 3rd place now. Can Philo just hold it in then? Is he going to be able to gain any time on Frozen and take the win? I don't think that's going to be possible as we're on the last lap now, but Philo can hold off everybody behind. So it could be 2nd place for Philo. Ace Killer currently in 3rd, but Sean all over the back of his car looking to try and get through. He wants that 3rd place. He doesn't want anybody else to take it, but Potter, also having had a slow start to this race, is looking to try and get back anything he can. Can he get from 5th to 3rd? Is there going to be an opportunity in this lap to make that move? He's right up behind Sean here, really wanting to make the move, just can't get the exit, can't get alongside to make the move. This is where it's all at. 1.5 seconds still from Philo to Frozen. 1.3, 1.4, 1.5. No, it stays the same as they go through the hairpin. Ace Killer, Sean and McPot all single file then through the hairpin as they head up towards Spoon for the last time. This is it. This is the only opportunity until the only opportunity until the next opportunity, because there's more opportunities to come. How many times can we say opportunities? We go around this corner of Spoon. Ember in 6th place, then he's got a 3.4 second gap. Let's look. McPot getting the exit that he wanted there. He's along side by side with Sean, looking up into that 4th place. Ace Killer then managing to hold off there. It looks like Frozen is going to do it. We're going to ignore the front 2 because the action is happening. McPot managing to get up into 4th. Can he make the move on Ace Killer as they go into the Casio Triangle? Sean looking to send it. He sends it too much. Oh no. Oh no. Sean looking for this huge move down the inside. It doesn't pay out. McPot manages to take 3rd then. Philo comes across in 2nd. Frozen with the win. Ember in 4th. Mart in 5th. Where's Ace Killer coming out in 6th? Oh no, Ace Killer should have had a 3rd place there, I think. Oni coming across the line in 7th. JP coming across to take 8th. He's managed to hold Gecko Racer off, who comes across the line in 9th. And there's 2 drivers that have left, I think, at the collision there. And what an end to the race. Wowzers. Well, that was a good finish. It's huge. What a shame we don't have replays to go back and look at everything that happened there. That was an absolutely crazy end to the race. Well done for Frozen, holding on there and taking the win. Brilliantly done. It was a bit hectic at the end there for everybody else. And I'm sure there will be reviews to go. Because of those moves at the end. We're going to leave it at that on the positive end that was a very close finish. Well done to all the drivers for going and sticking it through. Hope to see you again. There's one more round left in the Nexus League that I think Phil may be back for commentating, so you'll have your usual comms back next week. Thank you everybody for coming and watching. If you're watching this later, thank you for hanging out if you have been here all the way through. Shout out to Henry, I'm Mullet, and Hansa and Ray for coming in, and we will see you soon. Thank you very much, guys. Hope you've enjoyed this. Join the Discord if you'd like to get involved, and we'll see you at some point soon. Cheers. Bye.